afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another. Pardon me. Welcome to another Drafting with Moximus. We got our late night draft going here. We're almost full in our DTK FRF Swiss queue. And yeah, once it fires, looking forward to seeing what we crack here any second. Hope everybody out there, whether you are up late like me or somewhere else, just going about your day. Hope you're doing well. There's a spider that my cat is stalking. That's also entertaining. Oh, boom. Got there. That's pretty cool. I mean, you open a Dragon Lord, you pick a Dragon Lord, right? We're passing Butcher, which someone might be, but Warburg's also a pretty good card. I was going to say somebody might be, tempted to take this as a pretty black, or a pretty strong black signal, but then there's also Sidisi's Faithful. But other than that, some like red and white playables. So I'd say that, just on first pack, on first glance, we may be able to move into blue-black. I certainly hope so, or at least keep one of these colors open for a splash. But yeah, pretty happy. Dragon Lord Xylemgar. That's cool. Okay. Tempted to snap Ambuscade Shaman. It's a very good black creature, but it works better in the black-red deck. Draconic Roar and Sarkhan's Rage are both in this pack. That's, pretty good. We could go red, black, splash, blue. In which case, I think we take the Shaman here, even though we are passing some pretty premium removal. The other option is to just veer towards, blue-black sacrifice exploit deck and take the Palace Familiar second and just not look back. Which might be what we end up doing. Shaman is good, but want to stay in this theme if we can, if it looks like it is going to be possible. Epic Confrontation doesn't mean much because green is pretty much always open. Coat with Venom is quite a good little combat trick. It can lead to some blowouts. Other than that, we have another Faithful with Reduce in Stature, but I kind of value Coat over Reduce. So I think that's going to be the pick from this pack. As I mentioned, we're kind of veering towards the... Oh boy, we might be getting punished for it too. So Zephyr Scribe is not a thrilling pick here. Let's see. We know that green is open. We've passed some pretty strong red signals. So being like, but green, blue, and green, black don't really excite. I mean, I want to take the Elk Herd. I don't want a second Coat. I'm pretty sure I don't want a Zephyr Scribe. Yeah, we'll take the Elk Herd. You have to know when, you're just getting the signals. One, we haven't seen. We passed red removal, but we haven't seen any black removal. So black could well be our splash. In which case we're, what? don't like any of these cards. We cut the Ventmaw, which I have been beaten by. It's not one of the stronger dragons, but I've certainly been beaten by it. Other than that, we have like a center soul or a second coat. Ventmaw it is. And now we're just getting a bunch of green cards back. We'll take the vial here. Wow. Okay, that might be a signal for red. This is the pack we opened, and we got green and white back. And a tomb shell, which is our pick, because, yeah, just because. Like, I wouldn't be against, man, this is a pile, isn't it? Hey, look, we got a Dragon Lord. Don't judge me. We got a Dragon Lord. Okay. Shield Bearer is probably, no, Student is probably the best card in this pack. We could be white, blue, reducing stature is removal. Custodian of the Trove, it's not great. Just random picks of every color. It's apparently what the first pack had for us. That's what happens when you crack a Dragon Lord and just try and force a lane. But yeah, we'll see what the second Dragon's pack has in hold or in store. Not above playing Mystic Meditation. Right now we do have the most cards in blue and black, and they're all playable. I mean, but we have powerful cards in like red and green. You know, sure. Yeah, I got a forest. Alright, I just want to put that whole pack behind us, see what kind of sweet stuff we can pull here to kind of right the ship, if you will. So we will more than likely be looking for either like red. I'd like to stay in, you know, cons, or I'm sorry, dragons color pairs. Wow, that's a great black card to open. Just fantastic. Um, yeah, and outside of maybe an Evolving Wilds to help with our absolutely messy picks here, Dutiful Attendant probably won't come back around, but yeah, no, we'll take the Deathbringer Regent, feel pretty good about it. We just need to, now we've at least got a little bit of a game plan around getting out our late game dragons. So we still aren't locked into a second color though by any means. I like black-red control. If we can pick up some removal. And black-blue, exploit. Would probably be the directions I would want to head with this. Okay. A hand is a pretty good pickup here. Other than that, we have Anticipate, which not I'm not so hot on in limited. I just the other possibility is Gadul Lurker, a 2/2 unblockable for 4, basically. Um, I do kind of like that it pulls double duty as like potential threat and also just cheap, you know, sacrifice fodder. But we're gonna take the hand here, just in the absence of removal. Monument is certainly a possible pickup. We might just want an updraft elemental here. We're more likely to get the monument back, I'd say. Cunning Breeze Dancer will be good for someone, but we aren't quite enough. Oh yeah, we have a reduce in stature. That makes me feel good about our no removal deck. Man, that Deathbringer region. Pretty good card. Yeah, we'll play at least 3 games. The other option is Butcher's Glee. Nah, we'll have fun. At least we'll have fun with blue-black control. Like, swap a updraft elemental. Oh, no. Sorry, I had this confused for, the other one where you swap a permanent type. But this is cool. As if, I mean, you can put your opponent in a bind with this where you cast it on their bomb and then, well, you get the bomb. Maybe a negate. Not crazy about any of these other cards. I don't think a Skywise Teachings deck is where we are right now. I'm not even shy about maining a negate. Like here, we also need to bring in Custodian and Vial here. Oh, man, that is wild. Somebody is getting a crazy good dash deck. It could have been us. But this is also quite good. Soundgar Sorcerer, great blue card. We're getting hooked up with blue in the second pack here. One of the better uncommon dragons there. Snap him up. We've got some good late game now. Now we just, need some more updraft elemental type, custodian of the trove type cards. That's quite good too. Some more removal, some good early game blockers, and we will be in business. Need some better 4-drops, honestly. And the packs are drying up. So, yeah, that could be a pain. Don't want that to happen to us. Yeah. Hi, Manatee. It's a pile, I know. This is what happens when you force Silumgar. Okay. How many morphs do we have? Not enough to justify it. We could even run a Nemesis, although just an 04 for 2 is kind of a pick. Definitely a pick. Got the Lurker back. It's not looking terrible. Yeah, passing the Ambuscade Shaman, Kolagon Forerunners, if, yeah, that could come back to bite us. And, you know, I find that deck very fun to play, so maybe um, Palace Familiar as pack 1, pick 2 was a little overly ambitious. So it would appear did not successfully cut black-blue. I'm not against Void Squall. It's probably not his main board card. We got a Zephyr Scribe. That's the first keeper of the lens I've ever drafted. I've managed to avoid getting it last until now. Oh. Alright, well, that is something. We opened a Dragon Lord and a Fetch Land, both in our colors. Pretty cool. Yeah. It's gonna bring another draft or so, I dare say. Or, you know, a pack, maybe. I don't know, actually. Gonna snap up a Surveyor here. Oh, man. We'll take the whisk away. Alright, Polluted Delta is almost 5 tickets. Dragon Lord Cylinder is about 4. So yeah, a couple of good picks here. Oh yeah, pass me another Douse. Pass me a Reach of Shadows too while you're at it. We're getting into acceptable numbers of playables. No, I think the Custodian actually does well. Maybe we're not a coat or a main board negate deck. Need some, like getting the Jeskai Sage back would be ideal. I'd be asking a lot. The cat is playing with magic cards, not in the traditional sense. Alright, well, that Jeskai Sage made it a ways. Oh, hello. Yeah, my eyes just kind of skipped over the Merciless Executioner, but we will take him. Passing a lot of Hunt the Weeks, but There's a Sultai in this area, which we also like. We're filling out this lower part of our curve now quite nicely as well. We have a lot of creature stealing effects, one big board wipe, and some, removal of middling effectiveness. Do you have anything splashable in green? No, just double green cards for days. Probably going to... We don't really have any delve to fuel out here. It's probably still the pick. And we might be looking at our deck here, folks. So yeah, I don't want to pass 300 weeks, thanks. I don't know if I'm big on Ancestral Vengeance. We don't have any synergies with counters or anything. Probably just going to cut a War Flare here. Cards that are good against us, in other words. Right into being. Yeah, I'd say it came together okay. What's the weakest cards that we have? Do we have anything worth putting in? I don't think so. We have a little bit of card draw and Mystic Meditation. We have Negate, Void Squall. None of those I'm as crazy about as, is this worth it? I mean, we can bounce our illusory gains. Ooh, ooh. Oh, tell me. What? Alright. Salt is real. Oh yeah, Beltol is a morph. Marshulk is a morph. Wow. You know, it's not the worst deck I've ever laid eyes on. That's just fine. Probably is a sideboard card. Yeah, we don't have any delve, so I'm not sure that a 2-1 that self-mills is really where we want to be. Never read the flavor text on that about probing brains. Ooh. Don't probe me. Okay, so now we're just going to throw our polluted delta and whatever else in here. Probably more island heavy than not. So probably 7-10. Because 7 should be fine. Because we'll have 8 total with the polluted delta to find this, to find our swamps. And we don't need a double black until Deathbringer Regent. So yeah. And, as for our sideboard, we have counters, we have card draw, we have a little bit of removal, kind of a big dumb dude. Do we want Tomb Shell in there in place of anybody? He's a 4-drop. He does have that going for him. And he is pretty difficult to get around. Like, this guy could save our butt against the dash decks, for instance. Not sold on Gadul Lurker, honestly. I don't think it's terrible. And it definitely keeps us in creatures to, no. I just don't think it's part of our game plan here. If it looks like we can race, I'll be sure to bring it in. But yeah. All right. So let's see what Magic says. 10 and 7. Pretty much exactly what I was thinking. And that's a deck, folks. I hope you'll join us back here for round 1. I'm gonna refresh my beverage and come back and hope to resolve Silumgar in every game of every match. Because that would be cool.